This is the Hiboy P6 Electric Bike, and I'm going to give you my honest quick review after actually using it for a while. This bike really stands out to me just looking at it. It's got a solid, modern design with a matte black aluminum frame, big 26 by 4-inch fat tires, and a body that's sleek but still feels tough enough for city streets or off-road paths. It has a bit of an adventure vibe, but isn't too flashy, so I felt comfortable riding it anywhere, from neighborhood roads to gravel or even the sandy beach. When you first meet the Hiboy P6, it feels substantial. The frame is a robust aluminum alloy, which is lighter than steel but still feels strong when you're on it. I've always worried about electric bikes being bulky or awkward, but this one balances its size well, even though it's a bit on the heavier side at around 65 pounds. The fat tires are what you notice first. They don't just look cool, they serve a real purpose for riding over rough terrain or soft sand, and actually help a lot with shock absorption. The front wheel has a hydraulic suspension fork. For anyone new to biking, that just means the front part of the bike actually absorbs a lot of the bumps and dips on your ride, making it smoother and helping your back out too. The display on the handlebars is bright and clear, which I appreciate. It tells you your speed, how much battery you have left, your trip info, and helps you switch between riding modes quickly. Charging is pretty straightforward with a removable 48-volt 13Ah battery. It takes about 4 to 6 hours to fully juice up. I sometimes just carry the battery inside to charge, which is super convenient and just makes more sense to me than parking the whole bike by a plug. From my experience, starting out on an e-bike can feel a bit intimidating, especially if you've never used one with a throttle or pedal assist before. The P6 offers both. Pedal assist basically means the motor helps you out while you're pedaling, and throttle lets you just cruise without pedaling at all, more like a scooter. I was curious how much of a difference it would make, and honestly, after a few minutes, it just felt natural. I typically use the lower pedal assist levels for daily riding because it helps stretch out that battery and actually still gives you a workout. One thing to know is that the throttle is always active when the bike is on. The first time I accidentally twisted it at a stop, the bike lunged a bit. That took a little getting used to, but once I was more aware, it was easy to handle. The fat tires and hydraulic fork do a great job absorbing bumps, especially on really uneven roads, or when I took the bike onto some trails and even tried it on the beach just for fun. Surprisingly capable. Even on looser ground, the bike felt stable and the battery range held up well. With pure electric mode, I got about 30 miles, but with pedal assist I got close to that 60-mile mark, which is more than enough for any ride I'd plan. I also found the seat to be pretty firm at first. I'm 5'7", and it's fully adjustable, so after playing around with the height a bit, it became way more comfortable. For reference, Hiboy says this model works for anyone from 5'3" to 6'4". But if you're on the shorter side, just know the frame has a tall standover height, so it helps to check your fit with a local bike shop before buying. Some people ask about safety features, and to me, this bike gets most of them right. The bright LED headlight is actually very useful for riding at night, and there's a nice, loud electric horn. I did add a classic bike bell for daytime riding because the horn is pretty intense for the bike path. I also wish it came with a rear light or fenders, since those are pretty useful for commuting in the rain or at night. But you can get those extras online. Now let's talk braking. Out of the box, the Hiboy P6 uses mechanical disc brakes. At first mine made some noise, which is common with new brakes, but can get annoying. Mechanical brakes also work fine, but I wanted better stopping power, especially since this thing can hit 28 miles per hour. So both my husband and I upgraded our bikes to hydraulic brakes, and I have to say, it was totally worth it. The new brakes are basically silent, and they give a lot of confidence for quick stops. This is something I'd recommend if you're planning to ride fast or on hills a lot. What I love most about the Hiboy P6 though is just how versatile it is. In my opinion, it's perfect for anyone who wants one bike to do just about everything, whether that's daily commutes, longer rides, trails, or even beach trips. The power from the 750-watt brushless motor can peak up to 1,000 watt is more than enough for climbing steep roads or accelerating quickly at intersections. Plus, it has a Shimano 7-speed system, so you can actually shift gears just like a regular mountain bike if you want to ride old school style. A few smaller details I appreciated. It comes pretty much assembled, about 85%, so even if you're not a bike expert, the setup isn't intimidating. There's a built-in phone holder I added, which is super handy for navigation, and the battery has an IPX5 waterproof rating, which just means you don't have to worry about a little rain. From my experience after almost 200 miles of riding, the bike feels solid, gives a lot of confidence, and genuinely makes me want to get outside more often. I had some worries at first, like whether it was too heavy, how long the battery would last, and if I would actually use all the features. But after putting it through city traffic, gravel trails, and sand, I can easily say it impressed me on all fronts. Sure, no bike is perfect. Some things like the loud horn, the need to buy extra fenders and rear lights, and the initial brake noise were a bit annoying. But those are easy to fix, and the positives far outweigh any small drawbacks. In conclusion, if you're thinking about getting into electric bikes, or you want something that's established, powerful, and reliable for almost any type of ride, I'd recommend the Hiboy P6. It's quick, comfortable, and fun. It honestly feels like a quality investment, and I've enjoyed every ride. If you've tried this bike or have any questions, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to hit subscribe for more quick reviews like this. Thank you for watching.